because we are not going to stop. Here we can see like a kind of arrow slits here. This is the arrow slits that the archers used in that time as well, when they just actually stand behind, and in case if the citadel was under siege, then they can just actually shout their arrows actually against the enemies or against the invaders as well. We believe that Salah ad-Din was a very smart militant king because he chose that proper location, which is really quite high. I mean that he can easily defend, hard to conquer. That's the most important thing that we can see in here. Ladies and gentlemen, to the right hand side you can see the Mosque of Muhammad Ali. I don't need to remind you that the Mosque of Muhammad Ali is counted as one of the biggest mosques ever in, I would say one of the most important mosques ever in Egypt. It's one of a kind. This is mosque, ladies and gentlemen. It's just actually got like the Imperial Ottoman style. A dome in the center supported by 4 semi-domes. It's replica or its reproduction of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul in Turkey. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, the citadel, which covered an area of almost 177,000 square meters, can be split into 2 different parts. The first part has been served actually at the seat of the government, and the other one is just actually the living area for the member of the royal family. All of these minarets that you can see here, it is actually mosques, and I'm afraid to tell you that these mosques are really quite old. Some of them goes back to 12th, 13th, 14th century AD, so it's really very old mosques as well. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next few minutes, while we are just actually driving the car, please don't forget to just have photos, because we will not stop. Only just having a photos here before we just go to the Egyptian Museum. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just look carefully here, you can see the highest minaret that we just have here in Egypt. This is minaret, ladies and gentlemen. It's 81 meters in height. Once these minarets were in function. What I mean by in function, that actually the announcer used to just go the whole way up to the top and then call to pray. Nowadays, actually, we don't need to just actually go the whole way up to the top. We have the amplifier that the actually announcer, Muslim announcer, can just send their voice, meters and meters and meters. Ladies and gentlemen, to the right hand side you can see again, it's the enclosure wall which surrounded the entire area of the citadel. Can you see it? So again here, which is built for protection, as you see here. This is would be one of the very good spots for having a good photos. So please don't miss the chance to have some photos here, please, before we just keep moving further to the Egyptian Museum. As I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the several gates which is inside the citadel. We called it Bab al-Azab, and once, by the way, the king used this door to take him to his residence sites inside the citadel. While actually we are here, just actually some more mosques as well. To the left hand side we can see the mosque of Nasser, Sultan Hassan, and to the right hand side we can see the mosque of the mosque of Al-Rifai as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is area, as you see here, we can see a very good spot for having photos. If you please don't miss the chance to have quick photos as well. We are not going to leave the bus. We will not be able to leave the bus, so that's why we will just actually take it so slow to enable or to just give you the chance to have as much as you can of photos as well. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Mosque of Muhammad Ali that you can see from anywhere. One of the very important mosques, it's reproduction of the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. A dome in the center supported by 4 semi-domes. It was built that way for 2 main reasons. Reason number 1, to just actually carry the massive weight above Reason number two, for the, let's say, rotating the air, that they can just use it as a sound system as well. Muhammad Ali Basha, he was the founder of the Alawite family, which lasted for 147 years. And it's not only this, ladies and gentlemen, but here we can see the clock tower. This is one of the two presents that Muhammad Ali Basha received from the King Louis Philippe, the King of France, in return of one of these obelisks that he already presented it to him, which is nowadays still standing in the Place de la Concorde in Paris. Long time ago, ladies and gentlemen, nobody knows actually the value of the Egyptian monuments, so that's why actually they just presented him the obelisk, which is still standing in the Place de la Concorde as well. And he gave him instead the clock tower, which is ahead of you here, which is still counted, ladies and gentlemen, as one of the very important pieces in here as well. Unfortunately, it's been function only. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the citadel, as I mentioned, only from outside, to take some photos to it. As you see here, ممكن تلف له لفة تانية اللي هيمشي عليه رضا بقى ماشي. So again, ladies and gentlemen, the citadel has been served as a seat of the government and a resident sites of the Arab rulers for almost 700 years. Started from 1168 AD till 1863 AD. So for almost 700 years. Some more mosques that we can see in here. This is the Mosque of Rifai. He was actually one of the imam in Muslims, and he is still buried in there. And later on, a member of Muhammad Ali family turned this mausoleum to be a mosque, where he just actually arrested 13 dead bodies of Muhammad Ali's family inside. That's made that mosque really very important. And you can see that we just have some kind of renovation and restoration around this area, so that's why right now we are going to drive straight to the Egyptian Museum. In the Egyptian Museum, as I promised, that we are not going to spend that much time. Most of the time that we just actually cover the Egyptian Museum in 45 minutes, give you some free time to wandering the site and pick up some pictures in case if you like. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, you will find me and Raju waiting for you outside. But before we just leave you, you have to give us all of these equipments that we already given you. Okay?
Coca-Cola, Sprite.
Sani is a product of Coca-Cola.
लेकिन नहीं बाजार से गुजर रहे हैं, आदमी नजर आ रहा है आपको? आदमी कहीं नजर आ रहा है? हाँ? नमी है यहाँ।
आके बच जाएगा।
पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी बहुत कम हो रहा है, इसीलिए शहर चल रहा है। अभी तक महंगा नजर नहीं आया, तो इसलिए
ये भी हो सकता है। का दिन होता होगा 12 बजे।
कल दिन गुजार लीजिएगा ना, तैयो नजर नहीं आएगा। कार बहुत चलता है गाड़ी में। गर्मी है तो कार ले लिया आपने, ऐसे चला के।
हाँ देख रहे हैं भाई, देख लिए भाई
इंडियन मधून
देखिए हमारी दिखा क्या
हमें यहाँ होटल में इतना भीड़ होता सरमोद हिंदी है सरमोद के बोलना पड़ेगा तो जाओ यार रिज्यूम करो फॉलो करो उसको देखो तो मेरा कितना चलता है इतना लोग आएगा ना दही चटनी खाने के लिए
देखिए इसमें लोग रह रहे हैं ना, बाहर से पूरा टूटा हुआ है पूरी तरह से। हमको लगता है कि सरकार इसके लिए पैसा देती है।
आवाज़ फ्री
ये फोटो खींचाइए पापा, फोटो खींचाइए।
কৃষি তারপর কৃষি নেই গিয়ে চাষবাস নেই যেখানে সেখানে উঠে দাঁড়া ওটা ডেফিনেটলি আফ্রিকান কান্ট্রি তিল আছে তিল দিয়ে চলে বাইকদের তেল দিয়ে কিনে चलो शांति से बात ईरान चलो चलते हैं वहाँ पे সাধারণ হসপিটাল বাঁচার জন্য তিন ভাই তিন যেমন ভাই নাকি দুটো আছে তিন ভাই যেমন দুজন আছে সংস্থা খারাপ তবে ভাবে ছেলে মেয়ে বলে তো বোরিং জিনিস বর্ষাকালে যাবি তো অনেক কত মস্ত মাঝে দাঁড়িয়ে বাবা ভালো বাবা বাবা ছোটো ছোটো অনুষ্ঠান এগুলো রেশন চুষে আসে বুঝবো না
मिस्टर अरविंद दिल्ली से है कोई यहाँ पे? मिस्टर अरविंद कोई दिल्ली से है यहाँ पे?
কি নেবো চুপ করে দেখো কোথায় আছে হাত দিয়ে যদি প্রবলেম হয়
Ladies and gentlemen, we reached actually to the Egyptian Museum. All what I need from you right now, that the moment that the car is just actually stopped, you just actually take care, or sorry, just leave the bus and in a quick way, because more time that you spend in here, the other 3 cars or 4 buses will come and it will be a quite big mess. So please, once the car stops, we need to just leave the bus. The representative from our travel agent is waiting for us. Then he's gonna to give you the tickets, and don't forget that keep the ticket in your hand. You need to show the ticket to the gentleman who stand by the door, who's going to tear a piece of it and give you the rest. Number 2, that we will not be able to go inside without actually the whisperers. So you need actually to just put the whisperer in there. And then once we're done, I'll just actually collect these whisperer again, give you some more time, and then I'm gonna to tell you our meeting point. When we're done, we have to just leave the Egyptian Museum by 12 o'clock. By 12 o'clock. So if you please, just actually, we need to just do that things in quick, please.
हम आ गए लेके पूरा कपल टन चला पुलिस
Don't forget that our bus is bus number 2. Bus number 2.
बाबा बस नंबर 2 इधर बाबा ऑटो उठ जा बेटा उठ इधर पुलिस अंकल से मुझे पुलिस अंकल हाय अंकल डोंट स्मोक इंजस्ट for your health
ওই ডগি
doggy what is the doggy oh doggy doggy আছে
চলো নিচে
ওই
নামো।
দেখ doggy বসে আছে
চলো দেখতে চলো
স্যার ডগিং দেখতে যাব আর ডগিকে খাইতে হবে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ গাড়ি